Snap back with T-Mac. Halftime, the Alabama game here, man. It was a tough first half to watch. We just really can't get any rhythm going, and we can't tackle Milrow. We can't get off the field on third down, and it just seemed like when we had momentum, we went down, moved the ball down the field again, kicked our second field goal, that we kind of had things going our way, and then we're sliding the protection, and the center just keeps sliding to nobody. I know that might have not been his guy. It was really the back's guy that blitzed from the backside. But if there's nobody to slide to, you just slow down a little bit and you catch that guy with your backhand, and he got in the backfield and caused Nussmeier to fumble. Nuss just he doesn't look settled right now.
He looks like he's trying to do too much on every play.
Yeah,
bad throws, bad decisions, and the double coverage.
Yeah, and they baited him into a couple throws. They had the one where it looked like they were playing man, and that guy folded off. He thought he had a guy on that deep out, and the guy just fell off of it. But and then right there at the end, we had a play called. Last thing you want to do is give up a sack or lose yardage, because you might get points out of it. And Nuss checks because he sees they're going zero blitz. It was like they knew that he was going to go to something quick, and they just tackled or just rallied and tackled him up front and got us for a loss. So, Matt, I think what we have to do in the second half to get back in this football game, or to have a shot to win this football game, we get the opening kick coming out of the second half. We've got to go get 7.
Yeah.
You can't be happy with settling for 3. It's not going to get it. We're going to have a hard time stopping that defense. Stopping that offense of Alabama. We've got to get off the field. That's bottom line, man. We just got to go play better. We got to get Lacey involved. We got to get our playmakers involved. But the biggest thing, we got to find a rhythm on offense, and Nussmeier has to settle in. What you got, Madden?
Got a question on Facebook. It looks like Bama knows our plays before we do. You got any thoughts on that?
Yeah, you have a bye week, and you have a lot of time to scout tendencies and formations and motions and all that stuff, and know what's coming. And I think the biggest thing they're doing, it wasn't until that last drive where they rushed 4. They showed that they were going to blitz, but they rushed 4, and then they played coverage behind it. We moved the ball. We got to where we were moving the ball a little bit, but they're hitting us with some timely blitzes to force Nussmeier's hand to make him get the ball out quick, and then they know where he's going with it when he has to get it out quick. We just got to get it going, and that was from the Hitman saying they know our plays. I don't know if Hitman was insinuating that they stealing signs or anything like that.
I've got something. It seems like we have their receivers covered, and then he ends up hitting the halfback out the backfield like every time.
That's a great
Wide
point.
open.
That's a great point. Their tailback has had a big game for them. He's running just downhill when he gets the ball in his hands, and that's another thing. That's a tendency of our defense. They know when we're going to pressure, and when we pressure, we bring Whit Weeks a lot. We bring him, and all they're going to do is they're going to run that halfback out of the backfield on an option route and give it to him. They know the middle of the zone's weak, so we got to change some things up there. We got to get better. The bottom line, though, is we have to find a way, and I think Madden with Milrow is he makes you hesitate a little bit. The play action fakes and all that stuff, you get on your heels for a second, and then when he takes off and runs,
it seems like he's faster than everybody on the field.
Yeah, because they're a step late. They're hesitating, and they got to sit there and wait, and that's not a good formula for going to have success. You got to go, all right, or you got to sit back and wait. You can't get caught in between. So I'm anxious to see what type of an adjustment we can have. But the bottom line is you got to go tackle. We've had situations where we're in the right position.
I think Penn had a big stop in the backfield, and he just didn't wrap up. Went right by him.
Yeah, and then we had a big play on the screen, and Campbell went outside and just tackled the guy, just mauled him. We just got to get better. Now, we're going to have a chance to get back in this ball game. We got to be clean. Can't have any procedural penalties. But we have to. It's a must. We got to go score when we get the ball in the second half. Who do you think, Madden, on offense for Nuss to get the ball to? Who's going to have a great second half for us?
Definitely Lacey. How does he have? 1 or 2 catches in the first half?
No, I don't even think
I
he
don't
has
even
a
make- Yeah,
catch.
he's our guy, and we got to start getting him the ball.
Yeah, but it's like they have him frustrated. You
Yeah.
know, like you heard the guys on TV talk about they have some good young corners, and they have him hemmed up
Yeah.
right now. We have to maybe come with some different concepts and you know.
For sure, Anderson.
Yeah, Anderson, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a comment guy saying we got to get Anderson going. We got to get somebody going. I don't care if it's the water boy.
Or give it to our boy Durham.
Yeah, but it seems like we got in the mode where we felt like we had to throw it in the second
Yeah.
half. You know, they got up 21-6, and you know we fell behind. And it's like we get in a situation to where we got to throw it, not where we want to be. You know, and I think the same thing. Coach Sloan can't feel like, you know, this has to be a passing game.
Yeah.
You got to keep the screen game, the running game. You got to keep it all going here.
Definitely will open up our passing game if Durham gets going.
Yeah, and then you looked at Mason Taylor had a big catch, huge catch down the seam. And it just looks like when Nussmeier's throwing it, and I know the wet ball, the conditions can be tough. He's been high on several of his throws, you know. We got to settle down. We got to get him comfortable, and Coach Kelly needs to get off his butt a little bit, off of Nussmeier's butt, and let the guy go play. I think he has him so uptight.
Too much pressure on him.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a pressure league pressure situation, but let your quarterback go play. Coach him up, talk to him about his decisions, but don't berate him every time he comes off the field. And they're putting a lot into Nussmeier's hands. You know, it's a check with me, it seems like on every play, and you've heard him talk about it before. He's looking at the box. If it looks like it's a good box, a run box where it's light, then he's going to run it, you know. If it's stacked, then he's going to throw the ball, but we have to make sure we're getting in the right checks. And right now, like the hitman said earlier, it seems like they know what we're going to check to, and they're baiting us into checking the play into, you know, what they want, right into the hands of their defense. You got anything else right there on Facebook, Madden?
Mr. Brett said Trey needs to be at least targeted a few times.
Yeah, and I think they were going to him. He was in there in one situation. I think we had a penalty. Well, no, they threw it to him back in the end zone, but it was too high.
A little overthrown.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing is a rhythm. We've just with play calling, we got to stay ahead of the sticks, and we just have to get in a rhythm. We hadn't been able to get in any rhythm at all. We've done a decent job, I think 2 or 3 times, of forcing them in some third down and longs, and fourth downs. But you got to go get off the field. You know, we're getting pressure. We're getting back there to Milroe. Somebody needs to go make a play. We need it. Another thing, Madden, we need to turn over the second half.
Our defense it's like they're not set. They'll go quick game. They'll run a play, get the play, and they'll get right back on the ball. And it's like our defense doesn't know what they're doing. Yeah.
Yeah, the tempo, and you got to be ready for it. You know, you see when they have a big gain or when they have a positive play, they're going to get back on the line of scrimmage and eat. You can't take your time getting back up off the ball.
Defense got to be ready for that.
You got to get your eyes on the sideline, and then you got to get ready to go put your hand in the dirt and be ready to play.
Yeah.
Scotty Harrington is saying he's not liking it. He's calling it the FOMOR, not Omar. He's blaming it on the fake Tiger that came to Tiger Stadium. I don't know, man. It just doesn't have a good feel. It seems like Alabama's playing with a little more passion, a little more energy, a little more want to than the Tigers are right now. And it's like we're, even offensively, defensively, play calling, we are on our heels. You know, we need a way to get momentum back. And I think if you can take this ball down, it's 21-6 now, make it 21-13. Then we have a ball game. Then you need your defense to go get a stop, get Tiger Stadium, get that crowd back into it, and let's get rolling. So it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, it's kind of do or die for your playoffs hopes for the Tigers. If you don't find a way to go get it done here in the second half, then you know you're going to end this season not where you want to be, and we got to find a way to get in that 12-team playoff.
Why did we just let the clock run out there at the end? Why didn't we try to make something happen, at least throw it up in the end zone?
Well, that's what we were talking about earlier. They checked. They showed zero. Nuss knew he was going to have to get the ball out of his hand quick, and he checked to a play. He thought he was going to be able to hit Durham on that flare, and he would be able to pick up a big run. but they knew that Durham, once he released to the flat, that
He was getting the ball.
they rallied and they went and got there. God, Dickinson's asking, who's the guy that gives the bats away all the time? I don't know who the guy is. I think it's Casey McKenzie, but I think he's buying them bats bootleg, kind of secondhand from somebody and acting like he's the one that's giving them to everybody. If you need a bat, I can give you his cell phone number. So, Matt, in this second half, we got to go out there and get it done. I need Coach Kelly to get off of Nuss's butt a little bit, let the guy go play. Nuss needs to make some good decisions. We got to give him time up front. When they rush 4 guys and they're playing zone coverage, we have to, with 5 guys, be able to block 4 pass rushers, let Nuss sit in that pocket comfortably, and give his receivers time to go get open. We have to get the running game going. We can't totally abort the running game. It's 21-6 now. Tigers need to take this opening drive, go down, get 7.
And contain Milroe.
Get us a 3 and out, get the offense back out on the field, and then we have a ball game.
Yep.
So y'all look for it. Let's see if we can find a way for the Tigers to go get it did here in the second half. And no matter the outcome of this game, y'all make sure y'all tune in tomorrow, Sunday at noon, as the Falcons go put it on them. Ain't, son. We're going to see some paper bags in the Superdome tomorrow?
Probably.
We may not see anybody. It might just be us watching the game. Let's go get it done, Tigers. Find a way. Beat Bama.
Comeback time, baby.
Let's go.